Howdy heckin' hello H2Os, Roller Bros, and Stephanie Nixons alike. I'm your guide Q. Welcome back to the lovely world. I think I've been saying the world of every subreddit that we've covered in the past week. Welcome back to r/AmITheAntagonist, where we get to decide as a community if somebody is in the wrong, not in the wrong, if everybody sucks in the situation, or if no one is the antagonist in the situation. So let's get into these stories. Am I the antagonist for forcing a vegan attendee at my barbecue to pay for her food? I had a barbecue over the last weekend and invited many of my coworkers. One of them, I'll name Emily, is devoutly vegan. I don't mind/care, I still invited her. I even went so far as to ask what kind of food she'd like to eat so that I can make sure I A, buy the ingredients, and B, think of a recipe specifically for her, and C, make it. No one else who came is vegan or vegetarian. So Emily tells me some things to get, and I don't know if many of you know this, but vegan food can get expensive. I bought some vegan hot dogs, some tofu for stir fry, and some mock hamburgers. My expenses at this point is $60 for 12 people including myself, and then $25 just for Emily. It's fine, I just want everyone to have a good time, and ultimately it's no big deal. So I prepare some meals in advance and I'm grilling things as requested during the night. I even went so far as to thoroughly clean my grill, so 1/4 of it is just vegan stuff so it doesn't get cross-contaminated, as well as use separate utensils, tongs, etc. So color me surprised when I see Emily coming by asking for a meat hamburger. She's already got pulled pork on her plate as well as a salad with Caesar dressing and bacon bits. I ask her what she's doing, none of that is vegan, and she said she's only sometimes vegan, verbatim her words, and today she wanted to have meat. I reminded her that she asked me to get vegan food for her, and she said, well, other people might like it. No one had any, not even myself. I stewed a bit but vowed my revenge. When everyone is leaving, I held her keys hostage. You're not leaving until you pay for this food I bought specifically for you, which you ate precisely none of. Not $24.44, which was the full amount, but I'm not a level 100 butthole. And off she went, spewing obscenities at me. Okay, I feel like this situation needs a little bit more info because I feel like I need to know the vibe and the context of him keeping her there for 20 extra minutes. Like, if everybody was already gone and he held her there for 20 minutes, that could have been really scary for her. Personally, I would have been weirded out that I'm at some basically stranger's house. I mean, it is a coworker, but how well do you really know them? I don't know because I don't have all the information. I think it was a little bit petty that he kept her. It might have been better to just be like, hey, that was really crappy of you to make me get vegan food and then not actually be vegan on that day. That is so weird. So I think that everyone kind of sucks here because I feel like he could have went about making her feel bad about doing this in a better way. But let me know what you think in the poll in the comments. Am I the antagonist for telling a girl that I'm not attracted to her because of her appearance? Yesterday, I, 24 male, attended a party. There were many of my old friends there. One of the girls, 25, was someone who I was close to growing up, but lost contact with after. The two of us reconnected and talked. She was drinking a bit, although I didn't. Later on, she was doing things like putting her arm around me, holding my hand, etc., which I stopped because I had a girlfriend and I told her so. Then she asked, if you weren't taken, I bet we'd be together right now. It was a bold thing for her to say, and I guess it must have been the alcohol talking. I just responded, nah, I don't think so. She was offended and asked me why. I just said, you're not my type. Then she asked me why she wasn't my type, and I was tired of her bugging me, so I just said, you're just not what I'm attracted to. She got mad at me. She said, oh, I get it, you're attracted to coked up skeletons like your girlfriend, referring to the fact that my girlfriend is tall and skinny. I got defensive and said, well, I'm not attracted to fat basic bitches like you. Granted, she's not even fat, just thick/chunky. But she does overdo the spray tan, and she looks like every basic girl ever. I guess a lot of guys are after that look, but not me. She called me a see you next Tuesday, and later her friends found her in the bathroom crying. People are vilifying me, but she practically pushed me to it, especially insulting my girlfriend like that. I stand by what I said though, and she should know that her words have consequences. Am I the antagonist? Okay, so Reddit deemed that this was an everybody sucks here situation, but I'd like to respectfully disagree. I don't think this dude was in the wrong at all. This girl was getting handsy with him, not taking the rejection whatsoever, and then insulting his girlfriend horribly. I don't care. If you say something like that about my girlfriend, I'm gonna say whatever the hell I want to you. Sure, he could have been nicer, but why does he have to be nice when she already said something horrible about his girlfriend? And for people that will be like, oh, well, she was drinking, maybe her judgment was impaired. If you get like this when you drink, maybe you shouldn't drink. I mean, imagine if the roles were reversed and some dude was getting handsy with a chick and then not accepting the rejection. Like, people would be really weirded out and scared for that girl's safety. Like, he's not the antagonist whatsoever, in my opinion, but let me know what you think in the poll and in the comments down below. Also, I just want to establish real quick that I'm a fat man, and if I insulted someone for being skinny, I would 100% expect them to come back with a fat insult because I opened the conversation up to that sort of insult being thrown around. Am I the antagonist for canceling my wedding because my fiance almost got my dog killed? Me, 28, and fiance, 27 female, have been together for 4 years, engaged for 6 months. I also have a 7-year-old lab mix who is the greatest dog in existence. On Saturday, fiance had a bachelorette party at home. I stayed with my parents, but I left the dog with her because she likes having him there. However, I made sure to tell her to put the dog in our bedroom once the party gets going. 5 a.m. on Sunday, I get a frantic call that something's wrong with the dog. She was drunk, so I told her to get a taxi and go to the emergency vet clinic. When I got there, she looked like she hadn't stopped crying for hours and she couldn't even speak. 2 of her friends were there, so they told me that the dog is alive but not well. I felt sorry for her for an entire 10 minutes while waiting for the doctor. But then, the doctor told me my dog ingested large amounts of alcohol and chocolate edibles. The girls apparently thought it would be cool to leave everything on short coffee tables, leave the dog to wander around instead of putting him in our bedroom, and then get wasted and not notice he was going to town with the booze and edibles. When we got home, I told my fiance to pack and get out of my house and my life. I told her to tell her guests the wedding is off, and I'll tell mine. She was shocked, but she took her things and left. 2 hours later, I get bombarded by messages on Messenger, WhatsApp, by her sister's brother, brother's wife, her mom, her friends, telling me that I'm insane to do this to her after 4 years. They started off defending her, but it quickly turned into insulting me. The logical thing for me to do was to look for comfort in my friends and family. Nope, they all agree. My mom said, well, it was a mistake, she didn't do it on purpose. Besides, the dog didn't die. Lucky me, eh? My dog didn't die. My sister was appalled that I canceled the wedding. Over that, and even my best man said I might have overreacted. Yes, our relationship has ups and downs, but it's mostly worked fine. But I'm so disgusted at my fiance that I can't even imagine looking her in the eye, let alone spending my whole life with her. She isn't 17, she's 27. By the way, this is not the first dumb thing she has done. She likes to text while driving, she always leaves stuff on the electric stove like kitchen towels, the cutting board, etc., even though she has turned on the wrong burner and burnt whatever was on it several times in the past, and similar dangerous things. It's not something I hold against her in the sense that I would ever mention it in a fight, but I'd be lying if I said I wasn't worried she might end up killing herself or somebody else. For example, my dog. I'm 99% sure I will stand by my decision, but am I really an antagonist? Literally nobody is on my side and I have no idea what to think. This is another one where Reddit said everybody sucks here, and I have to disagree. I don't think this guy is in the wrong at all. I mean, maybe he should have done slightly more explaining as to why he's breaking up with her. He explains down below that it's not 100% about the dog. That was kind of just the last straw. But let's just talk about the dog thing for a second, because that is a huge deal. Imagine if somebody almost killed your pet that's extremely important to you that you've had for 7 years out of pure carelessness or forgetfulness. Like, I get that certain things are honest mistakes, but honest mistakes can cost lives. Like, I can understand why this guy might not want to be around to be the one that consoles her when she texts and drives and kills somebody because she's not paying attention to the road. Like, I totally get why this guy broke up with her. Maybe he should have explained to her a little more that it's because of a pattern of carelessness in her life, but the dog thing is a completely reasonable reason to break up with somebody. Like, if you almost killed my pet, I'm definitely gonna take a second look at you. But as always, let me know what you think in the poll in the comments. This one upset me though. Hey, if there's something new that you want to see from this channel, please let your voice be heard, whether it be a subreddit or a video idea that you'd like to see me do. I'm trying to try new things and also do the things that you like the most, so if there's a certain subreddit that you really like that you haven't seen me cover in a while, please let me know in the comments. I hope you guys all have an absolutely fantastic day. Skate on to the best of your abilities, make sure you're drinking more water, and I will see you very soon. Stay safe out there.